everybody, and welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host, Phoenix, and today I got my lovely friend Joline here. And even though you guys aren't going to see this till like February something, it is our last recording of 2024. I'm ending it with Joline. The video, not my life.
Oh god, I mean, we did talk about that thing with the car.
We did. No, I ain't ending my life anytime soon.
Yeah, me
with Joline, maybe, but
together or nothing.
Yeah, it's a pact.
Oh my god, this is the second pact I made. I gotta stop doing this.
Second? Who's the first?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not your first.
Sorry, I got some experience.
That's crazy. You tell me this isn't your first time? You're not a virgin?
What?
I'm sorry. I went into the bit too deep. Anyway, oh fuck. It's been a hot minute since we recorded, and the last thing that we did was Sold to a Gang Leader, which was mid, but... But now we're reading a good book. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, it's very entertaining. Sometimes my brain can't handle it, though.
Oh, honestly, valid.
Yeah. But yeah, now we're reading a good book that Joline loves very, very much, so...
I did. I'm on... I haven't read it in a while, because I want it to build up where I can binge it.
You're gonna binge it again?
Yeah.
No, I can't even fault you for that. I do that with some of my Wattpad books that I read.
It's so fun, too. It's just like, all in one piece.
Yeah. One Piece. Is that a sign for the wheel later?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh my god, is that Law coming into frame?
Oh my god.
Do we get to read a Log's reader? Or Shanks? I don't know.
You know what? I'm not hoping for Shanks.
I don't know.
I'm scared.
We just need someone else other than fucking Carter Grayson, alright? Fuck that guy. Alright, chapter 16. Brotherly Bonding. I'm assuming there's gonna be no Bowser content in here, but... who knows?
Who's to say?
Well, it says brotherly bonding. I'm assuming it's Luigi and Mario getting closer together with all this shit going on. Seeing how they're never going back home. Oops.
Oops.
Yeah, womp womp. Womp womp, could be me. I'm home.
I'm home too.
Alright,
gotta flex on them.
Yeah, flexing on these fucking fictional characters that I'm in my home and they're not. Alright, do you want to be heads or tails to go first?
Ooh, heads.
Okay. It's tails I'm reading. Oh god. Oh wait, I have to remove something. There we go. I forgot I needed to take Nublet off.
Oh, I forgot your nublet.
Yeah. It's so funny. Instead of fingers, they're little nublets. Alright. Now that I've taken the nublet part off, now this is a very serious fanfiction. Unlike all the other ones I've read. Alright, chapter 16, Brotherly Bonding. Upon completing their work at the Snow Kingdom, the Super Brothers were able to return to their home in the Mushroom Kingdom. Not really their home. Their home's gone, but like, anyway.
Okay, damn!
Flex twice. As they gathered their belongings and bid farewell to their newfound friends, Mario and Luigi were filled with a sense of pride and accomplishment. They had successfully reconstructed the Snow Kingdom, marking the first of 7 kingdoms to be restored. The challenges they encountered in the Snow Kingdom were unlike any they faced before, yet they persevered?
Persevered.
Thank you. Persevered and emerged victorious. Additionally, they were able to immerse themselves in the culture and history of the Frigid Kingdom, leaving Luigi with the desire to return and learn more in the future. Overall, the Super Brothers' efforts in the Snow Kingdom were a testament to their unwavering determination. Undertale reference. There you go, Turkish. There's your Undertale thing. Now you can stop bothering me about an LP. And skill. With 6 more kingdoms...
You know what? I second that.
What? I already know what happens.
And?
Well, originally I proposed it as a blind
Deltarune.
I haven't seen anything on Deltarune.
There you go!
How much is Deltarune?
I don't know. I think it's like... I actually have no clue.
Damn. Oh well. Sorry, Turkish. Hey, I already promised him I was gonna play Bug Fables, alright? One step at a time. I got recommended. Yeah, it's a couple bugs. Party of 3 bugs going on an adventure.
Party of 3. Aw.
Kind of like the 1,000-Year Door, like the Super Paper Mario things. It's like on that.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so I'm excited. But that's later. With 6 more kingdoms to restore, they were ready to take on whatever challenges laid ahead. Upon their arrival to the Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach graciously hosted a celebratory dinner for the brothers, something intentionally small and casual, as to not overwhelm the wary travelers. Mario and Luigi deeply appreciated the warm gesture, and were relieved to be back in a familiar territory. Their recent stationing in the Snow Kingdom had been fraught with peril, including several heart-stopping moments in the discovery of new information about their adversary. Well, former enemy in Luigi's eyes, since he was getting to know Bowser better. Nevertheless, a relaxing evening with good food and company was just what they needed to recharge their spirits. As they gathered around the table, the brothers recounted their thrilling adventure in Richard Metropolis. Thanks, voice in my head. They shared tales of rebuilding the capital and the Snow Star Sanctum, as well as the brief moment of fear they experienced before their departure. The princess chuckled at their story, mentioning that Tuxie's little adventures were not uncommon. Mario made it explicitly clear how... What?
Ingenious?
Oh my god. Ingenious Luigi's plan was, as it resulted in the Koopa Kings expressing remorse. The revelation surprised Peach, and she commended Luigi in his ingenuity.
Hell yeah, I knew you'd get that one.
Gold star for me! Unaware of his blossoming relationship. I meant friendship. Friendship
I mean, same thing.
We'll get there. It's little stepping stones. Big stepping stone. Bowser's a very large guy. With a blossoming relationship with Bowser. Fortunately, the conversation shifted to more casual topics as dinner was served. The meal was simple but delicious. A hearty mushroom stew. Wait a minute. The mushroom stew? All these people are mushrooms! Who did they kill for this?
Power up, Lord knows.
Oh my god. That's crazy. A hearty mushroom stew with a roasted... What the fuck is that?
Albatross?
Albatross. What's albatross? That sounds good.
Who knows?
Served with crusty bread and butter. Toad was even brought along a freshly baked pie for dessert. While they savored their meal, they engaged in a lively conversation about their upcoming plans and exchanged valuable advice on how to navigate the challenging terrain of Kong Country. Oh, that's where they're going now. Why did I think they were going to Daisy's Land? Like the desert. I thought that's where they were going, but I guess they're going to Kong Country. Let's go.
Woo.
With their bellies full and in a comfortable place, the day's fatigue caught up to them, and they decided to turn in for the night. As they lay in their beds, the silence of the night enveloped them. The only sounds were the gentle rustlings of leaves outside, the occasional hoot of an owl. Gradually, one by one, they drifted off to sleep. Do they still share a room? I thought they had separate rooms, but I don't fucking know.
I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Sunlight peeked through the grassy hills of the Mushroom Kingdom as the sun's warm rays spread across the land. The Mushroom Kingdom slowly came to life. The chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves could be heard as creatures big and small emerged from their hiding places. The air was filled with a sweet fragrance of flowers bloomed and trees swaying in the gentle breeze. Toads began to open up their shops for the day, ready to serve the needs of the kingdom's inhabitants. I love the fucking imagery on that shit. The writer fucking cooked. The sensation of the warm sun on his on his skin was a welcome relief for Mario. For being cooped up inside due to the cold weather, he was eager to bask in the sun rays and enjoy the freedom of movement it provided. Mario was also excited to resume his exercise routine and revisit the training course, which he had greatly missed. The irony was not lost as he remembered his desire to tear the course apart after his first few failed attempts. Luigi walked alongside him, carrying a box of power-ups in his hands. The two were going to practice with new power-ups. Princess Peach was going to be instructing them as they walked towards the training grounds. The brothers discussed their excitement for the upcoming session. They had been practicing with power-ups before, but had pretty much stuck to fire and ice flowers. Princess Peach suggested they try new magical items. Who knew what kind of abilities they had to offer? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to envision. Please tell me they just pull out the fucking penguin suit. Please, that'd be really funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other, funny ones. Because they had the cat suit in the movie. It'd be maybe I don't know, the fucking propeller. There's also, a squirrel suit. That could be pretty
that'd
cool.
be cute.
Yeah. The Toadstool Princess greeted them with a warm smile as they arrived at the training ground. She led them to a new floating arena where they could practice without any obstacles or distractions. The brothers set down the box of power-ups and eagerly waited their first session. The two basically mastered the training course, so the princess switched their training to power-ups. It would make navigating certain sections of the kingdoms much easier. Plus, using the magical artifacts was rather interesting. Mario was always in awe when using them, marveling at how such seemingly silly objects hold so much power. Peach riffled through the box, then holding the items behind her back. "Ready, guys?" she asked. The brothers nodded. "Good, now close your eyes." Oh my god, please tell me she just put an acorn in their hand. They're like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this? And they turn to a squirrel. Please.
Wait for it.
Alright. Exchanging a confused look, Mario and Luigi obliged and raised their hands. Peach put something that felt like a... Oh my god, it's a leaf. He's gonna be the fucking... Oh my god! Little raccoon! Little leaf in Mario's hand and something like a glass in Luigi's. A glass. I'm trying to think what's a glass and... I'm gonna have to keep ready for that one. The green brother opened his eyes and yelped, seeing a literal lightning bolt in his hands. Wait a minute, which one has a lightning bolt? It's been a hot minute since I played a Mario course. In his hands. His brother, on the other hand, raised an eyebrow at the striped leaf in his hands. Mario raised an eyebrow. "What is this?" he asked. Luigi's lip quivered. "Am I gonna get electrocuted?" he whimpered. Peach giggled and shook her head. "Of course not. It works just like any other power-up. Once used, it activates a Thunder Hand attack," she explained. "And Mario, what you have there is a super leaf, giving you the ability to fly." Oh my god, he's gonna look so silly. Please, I need to know that if Luigi laughs at him, and he laughs at him in the fucking thing. Mario's eyes brightened. He couldn't believe his luck. He'd always dreamed of flying, and now he finally had the chance to do so. With a big grin on his face, he held the super leaf tightly in his hand and looked up at the sky. Not wasting a second, Mario crushed the leaf in his grasp, feeling the magic seep through his glove and flow through him. His clothes transformed into a brown suit, complete with a striped tail. Luigi chuckled and playfully tugged at the new ears of his hat. "What is this? What are you, some kind of bear?" "He's a tanuki. With his tail, he's able to fly and attack enemies." I was like, it's fucking raccoon. It's some kind of raccoon. Luigi and Peach backed away and watched as Mario's feet lifted from the ground. The man started flying in random directions, cheering with glee. Oh wait, didn't they show this off in the movie? I thought they did. I forgot that this was written before the movie came out. My bad. Yeah, cheering with glee. The younger twin adjusted his cap and laughed, enjoying his brother's antics. Peach giggled. Mario, be careful. Don't go too high, she yelled. Just as she said that, the flying raccoon man fell on his face. Luckily, he was close to the ground, but still, it was enough to remove the power-up, apparently, and he started flying around again, as if nothing had happened. Luigi sighed and shook his head. It's better just to let him tire himself out, he said. Peach forced herself to look away from Mario. Luigi definitely noticed the glimmer in her eyes. I suppose, she said, and then shook her head. Right, are you ready? Might as well. The princess nodded, then tapped her boots against the tiled area. The set of combat dummies appeared from the ground. Luigi nervously raised the electric item and snapped it in half. Tendrils of light wrapped around his hands before vanishing into his gloves. Luigi could feel them buzzing with energy. Peach moved out of the way. Whenever you're ready, Luigi, she said. She then ducked as Mario flew overhead, narrowly missing her. Luigi took a deep breath and nervously got into position. He raised his hand and sparks of energy formed in his fingertips. The man took a moment to aim before unleashing the electricity within his grasp, managing to graze the dummy's arm. Luigi's jaw dropped at the sheer power of the attack. Even if he just grazed it, a deep scorch mark was left behind. He raised his hand again, this time with more confidence, and fired another blast. With a clap of thunder, it hit the false target in the chest, blasting it from its post. The man couldn't believe what he was seeing. It felt so natural. The power surging through his body was exhilarating, and he felt more alive than ever before. It was almost like it was part of him. As he continued to fire out blasts of lightning, Luigi's confidence grew with each successful hit. He began to experiment with different techniques, trying out new ways of channeling his energy and directing it to his target. I'm trying to remember I'm still like wrapping my head around the power-up because I've never seen a Mario power-up like that before.
I mean, it might be just like for the plot.
Yeah, it could just be. I'm gonna look it up later. I mean, this could be very much a real item and whatnot.
The only thing I could think of is that thing in like, what's it called? I think it's Super Mario Strikers, where like when he's kicking, he's got like the lightning background type beat.
I never played that.
I didn't either. I just liked watching like the intros.
Yeah. The two that I had in mind was like in Mario Kart Wii, that thundercloud that makes you faster, but if you have it too long, it like makes you small. And then like the thunderbolt that's in all the Mario Kart sections where they just like blast electricity, makes you tiny, go slow.
Might be that.
Yeah, those are only two things I could think of that had like lightning in it. But those aren't like power-ups, they're just like normal items. That's like Luigi getting handed a banana. He's like, that's a power-up.
I mean, it could be. Who knows?
Yeah, you just throw it at
the power of banana.
Banana. Luigi couldn't help but feel a sense of pride wash. Oh wait, I fucked up. It's the next paragraph. Before long, the dummies in front of him were nothing more than smoldering piles of ash. There we go. Luigi stood there for a moment, catching his breath and taking in the scene around him. Princess Peach stood in the background, her eyes flickering from the destroyed dummies to Luigi. The verdant hero felt her gaze on him and slowly turned around, his ears turning pink. The princess stepped forward. Wow, you picked up the lightning bolt faster than the ice flower, she explained. Luigi couldn't help but feel a sense of pride wash over him at Princess Peach's compliment. It was true he handled the Thunder Hand better than the Ice Flower, even though he had been terrified of the electrified item. And now, seeing the results of his hard work in action, he felt like he was finally making progress. But as he looked around at the destruction that he had caused, Luigi couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt. Perhaps he was a bit overzealous about it. Princess Peach...
Overzealous.
Fuck! Overzealous about it. Princess Peach seemed to sense his unease and placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. Don't worry about it, she said with a smile. You're doing great. Way to go, Luigi! Mario descended from the clouds, laughing. He angled himself to land. However, he was flying too fast, and he ended up overshooting his landing. The Raccoon Man slid across the arena and fell into the lake below. Luigi and Peach yelled his name. Mario emerged from the water, sputtering and coughing. He looked up to see Luigi and Peach looking down at him, concern etched on their faces. Are you okay? Luigi asked. Mario nodded, still catching his breath. I'm fine, he said, grinning sheepishly. Just got a bit carried away. Peach shook her head. You always do, she said with a smile. Luigi walked away from the edge and then returned to the rope ladder and threw it over. Mario grabbed onto it and climbed up. Once he reached the top, Peach grabbed him by the collar of his shirt and pulled him onto the arena floor. Thanks, Mario said, still feeling embarrassed. Of course, said Peach, but be careful next time. I will. Mario took off his hat and twisted it, straining it. Luigi asked someone to remove his power-up, and Peach obliged. His brother hugged him, despite his drenched condition. You were amazing! You were like Zeus, zapping through combat mannequins, he said. Number 1, don't compare me to Zeus, Luigi said. You're right, you're more like Thor, Marvel Thor. Luigi smiled sheepishly. Thank you. Also, get off me, you're soaking my shirt. The other twin laughed and refused to let go, purposely drying himself on Luigi's shirt. The brothers wrestled each other until Peach walked over, entrapping Mario in a towel and pulling him off Luigi. Alright, that's enough, she giggled. Go change, you two. I don't want you to get sick. We'll continue the training later. Mario and Luigi reluctantly let go of each other, still laughing and playfully shoving each other as they made their way to their rooms to change. Toads, passing by, cheerfully greeted them, laughing at the brothers' antics. They traversed the castle hallways and up the familiar stairwell to their rooms. Mario was the first to rush into his room and quickly change out of his drenched clothes. He wanted to get back to training with power-ups. And seeing Luigi's stellar performance lit a fire in him. He had never seen him like that. So at ease and powerful, Mario had every intention to follow his brother's example. Oh my god, this is so cute! It's normally the other way around. That's so cute. Oh my god, I want to punch this author out of love.
Out of love?
Yeah.
The cute aggression victim, yeah.
Endearingness. Yeah. I'm like, you inspire me. Throws punch. After putting on dry clothes, he grabbed his hat from his bed and left the room. Mario made a beeline. Oh my god, I forgot about the bee power-up. Please.
Oh, that's
give him the bee power-up! I just had as soon as they said that, it opened my world to all the other power-ups that are in like Mario Galaxy. Oh, I need it. Where's the spring power-up? Make this boy a spring. He beelined it to Luigi's room, which was further down the hall, and stopped for a moment to knock. Come in. Mario peeked in. Luigi was standing in front of a mirror, holding a shirt to his chest. The other twin stepped into his room and closed the door behind him. Luigi shifted his weight from one foot to another. Hey! Mario put his hands in his pocket. Hey, he replied. You doing alright? You seem nervous about something. Luigi stood silently for a second before lowering his shirt. Oh, wait. What the fuck?
No, keep reading.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thin scars were visible underneath his pectorals. The elder twin only spared them a glance, mindful of his brother's comfort. Meanwhile, Luigi looked back at the mirror. Haven't looked at them in a while, he said. Mario walked over to him and put a hand on his shoulder. You okay? He asked. Yeah, I'm fine, Luigi replied earnestly. It's just, like I said, I haven't looked at my stars in a while. They've gotten smaller. Mario hummed and cupped his face, checking for a fever. Ever since they settled on this world, he's been worried about his brother's health. When it came to broken bones and sickness, he didn't worry at all. Mushrooms medicine was the best around. However, he was worried about his brother's lack of medication. Luigi has no access to testosterone! Wait a minute!
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute! That's crazy!
Uh-huh.
Was this in the tags? Wait, how did we not know this?
Oh, I know this.
What? Well, I know you fucking do.
I told you about this.
I don't remember you telling me about this.
Well, I told you.
Oh my god, Trans Luigi.
I love hearing how excited you are. That's so cute.
Oh my god, that's so oh my god, my representation's here. Except I'm nothing, but like I feel validated. and since he found out the ulterior reason for Luigi's fever was from tea withdrawals, he became even more concerned. I didn't know that could happen. What the fuck?
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I mean, I guess none of us take tea. I mean, I drink tea, but like, that's different.
Different tea.
Different tea. But it was a small miracle happened. The healing items he was given stabilized him, and now Luigi was better. Mario slept a little easier knowing Luigi wasn't in any danger of getting really seriously sick or even worse, losing the identity he's been fighting for. Still, some of those nerves remained. Luigi shifted from his touch and lowered his hand. Oh fuck, I don't know what that says. Oh, it says I'm fine, brother. Sto bien, I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna offend the entire nationality of Italy. He said with a comforting smile. You'll tell me if you start feeling unwell, right? Luigi rolled his eyes, refraining annoyance. Of course, although I don't think I'll ever feel like that again. Not after all the medicine they gave me, he said sheepishly. Mario chuckled and moved back, giving Luigi space to put on his shirt. He crossed his arms. But if you do start feeling sick, we'll go straight to the doctors, I promise, Luigi interjected. Mario nodded, satisfied with Luigi's response. Good. I don't want to see you suffer like that again, he said, his tone serious. Luigi finished putting on his shirt and turned to face Mario. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, he said, a small smile on his face. Mario returned the smile and patted Luigi on the back. No problem, Luigi. That's what brothers are for, he said before returning to leave the room. As Mario walked out of the room, Luigi couldn't help but feel grateful for having such a caring brother. He knew that no matter what happened in the future, Mario would always be there for him. As the brothers walked down the stairs and into the casual sections of the castle, something caught Mario's attention. The scent of baked goods. He ran onto Luigi's arm. You think we can both give... What does that say? Oh yeah, hell of a puppy dog eyes. She'll give us something. Oh, that's the lady's name, I forgot. Communicating through apparent telepathy. Thank you. Yeah, the brothers ran to the royal kitchen, determined to get their hands on some yummy desserts. Oh my god, I'm so cute. Oh my god! Yeah, this comment sums up perfectly. Fucking Trans Luigi!
Yeah, I do love this.
Oh my god, I fucking love it.
After...
Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry, I was just...
No, you're good, you're good. I just didn't hear you.
I was just in glee. I loved it.
After some time of respite, it would seem trouble was once again knocking at the brothers' doorstep. A solitary Kong appeared from the painting in the Great Gallery, taking a moment to acclimate to their unfamiliar surroundings before going ahead to knuckle walk towards the exit and approach the guard station by the red door. The Toad looked up and jumped slightly at the sight of the visitor. The Kong chuffed. I need to speak with Princess Peach immediately, they said, noting their grave tone. The guard escorted them into the castle. The odd duo traversed through the long corridors of the castle, and the Toad couldn't help but feel a sense of unease as he led the Kong deeper into the castle. He had never seen such a large and imposing creature before, and the fact they seemed so urgent only added to his anxiety. As they walked, the Kong remained silent, their eyes scanning their surroundings with a fierce intensity. The Toad couldn't help but wonder what could be so important that this creature would need to speak with Princess Peach immediately. Finally, they arrived at the door to the throne room. The toad hesitated for a moment before knocking softly and announcing their arrival. They found the monarch in her office, looking over the reports Luigi had supplied her, and was startled by their appearance. At the sight of the large ape, she knew something was amiss. The princess stood from her seat, on the verge of speaking, but the Kong cut her off. "Sorry, Princess Peach, but I can't do formalities. Chief Cranky requests immediate aid," they said. Peach raises an eyebrow. "Immediate aid? What's going on?" she asked. "We believe someone may be stealing from our food hoards. We're rationing everything we can, but it's not enough. Even worse, a large eel swam into our reefs, disrupting our attempts to resupply." The Toadstool Princess gasped. "Mushroom and what is it? Tharasaland?" Okay, Tharasaland gave them provisions that should have lasted them weeks. It was unlikely that this resulted from negligent distribution since Donkey Kong was in charge of that. So it must have been an outside force affecting them. Furthermore, Cranky couldn't call for aid. Cranky wouldn't call for aid if he didn't know this was out of his control. Peach pursed her lips, knowing that swift action was necessary, that consulting the Allied Council was not an option. Unfortunately, this meant that she would not be able to seek Daisy's input, which would undoubtedly upset the Crown Princess even more than she already was. Following the trial, Daisy had been quite displeased with Peach, not even bothering to say goodbye.
Ooh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Drama!
Drama. Ooh, I know she's mad. Swallowing thickly and shoving the thoughts aside, the princess sighed. "She'll deal with the fallout later." Peach gestured with her hand as she spoke. "I shall send the Super Bros to investigate and help in any way I can. But I also have to redirect the Koopa army to Kong Country. We cannot give them a chance to escape, and Tharasaland won't take too kindly to their unsupervised presence." The Kong nodded. "If that's what needs to be done, then so be it," they said. Having received her response, they dismissed themselves with a grunt and followed the guard out, thus leaving the princess to her own devices. Peach fiddled with her gloves, pondering the situation. Who could steal from the Kong's food supplies? Kong Country had the most, well, second to the Darklands, but Peach isn't going to admit that. Powerful warriors in the world. They had successfully subdued their enemies, so a list of suspects is non-existent. Peach could only hope Mario and Luigi could help supply answers. As she leaned on the desk, a sense of unease and guilt enveloped her. It is unfortunate that the brothers must return to the field so soon, as they'd only had a week's worth of rest. Despite this, Peach understands the importance of their mission and cannot allow her personal feelings to interfere again. Without a second to waste, the Toadstool Princess exited her office and set out to the throne room. She needed to redirect the airship. As she walked through the castle halls, Peach couldn't help but feel a sense of urgency. She knew that time was of the essence, and any delay could mean the difference between success and failure. She swiftly entered the throne room and was greeted by her loyal advisors, who were waiting for her instructions. Without wasting any time, she explained the situation. Maintaining her poise, Peach waved her hand, causing the center of the floor to shift and move. A three-dimensional map of their land sat on a levitating marble slab, accompanied by movable pieces. Toadsworth glanced at Peach's face before turning. I shall inform the brothers. "Thank you," replied the princess. Peach turned her attention to the fleet flying the skyline. She reached for the leading ship and turned the spaceship towards a patch of islands. The princess sighed and watched as the rest of the fleet followed suit. They would arrive within the next few hours. Why did he do this? This is weird, borderline creepy. Luigi stared at the small notebook standing before him. He doesn't know what on earth compelled him to write down everything he learned about Bowser.
Oh,
maybe it was because...
darn.
Ooh, no, you're good. Honestly, same. Maybe it was because of his curiosity or better organizing his thoughts. You must admit, the Koopa King was a rather intriguing character. And there was so much to Bowser's soft side. And the fact that he wasn't a loner as many people perceived him. He interacts with his citizens, whether casually or completing his royal duties. The Koopa King's voice was rather soothing to Luigi. Honestly, he found himself rather lost listening to it. I know, right?
Oh my god, just say you want to kiss him. Alright, it's fine.
Just say you want to hold hands and help him raise his son.
Yeah, alright?
God.
Luigi.
Say you want to get married or something. Propose.
Tell him now.
Rather than registering his words, Bowser wasn't as spontaneous as he thought he would be. There was purpose behind his actions, and for someone of such size and reputation, Bowser could be as gentle as a lamb. Luigi cannot ignore the tenderness in his eyes when he looks at Junior, or how attentive he was when the Koopalings showed him a drawing. So cute!
I'm gonna fucking punch this author. This is so adorable.
I love it. Not that you don't want to punch them, but just
yeah, you're like, yeah, fucking floor them right now.
Yeah.
Out of endearment.
Yeah, out of endearment, out of love. Furthermore, he wasn't as angry as he was before. Luigi couldn't tell if it was because Bowser was mellowing out because of community service, or if it was actually out of his own volition. The king did know how to keep his temper in check. There were several times he caught himself snapping at him. After all, his high school psychology teacher once explained that anger issues aren't as simple as they are portrayed to be. So perhaps Luigi was making notes to better interact with him. He wants to be a good friend to Bowser after all. Whatever reason for his sudden curiosity was, he couldn't erase the info he wrote in ink. Plus, it did help him better organize his thoughts. Still, Luigi doesn't want to be considered a creep by leaving this out in the open. He grabbed the notebook, walked towards his dresser, and hid it underneath his clothes. Part of him wanted to take it with him for safekeeping and to add more entries, but he didn't want to risk its discovery. As he walked away from the dresser, Luigi couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. What if someone stumbled upon the notebook and read through it? He had written down some personal thoughts and observations that he definitely didn't want anyone else to know. How exactly does he explain someone that he found Bowser's eyes enchanting? The warmth he radiated from more than physically comforting. When he was basically info dumping on the notebook, he realized he misses the Mighty Koopa's company and just added another layer of embarrassment.
Those are so fucking cute. Oh my god. You're supposed to say that his eyes are enchanting? Brother, you're gay. I'm sorry. Accept it.
Accept it?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Not only that, he's curious about his background. Luigi didn't know anything about his family aside from Junior and Kamek. What exactly was his relationship with Itaden? The two seemed very close. Not even the general disability seemed to slow them down, but there was just so much he wanted to learn. To set up a connection. After spending time with Bowser during their last encounter, something had shifted inside him. A yearning for this company.
Oh! Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm like biting my hand because I just want to be like, ah! Thoughts and questions rattled in his mind. Luigi groaned and rubbed his face. Seriously, what was this? They've only had a few conversations and a real one-on-one. Why did he miss him so much? Also, he's never had a journal. Mario was the one that did that trend and had it hidden under his pillow, thinking he was all sneaky and stuff. This is stupid, he said out loud. Grumbling and ignoring the burning sensation on his face, he decided he would bring it with him once he arrived in Sarasa Land to meet Bowser. It would be safer in his hands rather than the blabbering toads. Now that he's thinking about the king, he wonders how his trip is going. A small part of him was jealous that he got to fly there. The warp pipes were cool and all, but not as intriguing to him as a flying ship. Also, Luigi has yet to master the turns. He still has bruises on the side from the time they went to explore Toad Town and he kept crashing into the corners.
Oh my god. Please tell me there's a chapter in the future where Luigi gets to ride back with Bowser, or ride to a destination with Bowser. For fuck's sake!
You'll see. Knock knock. Luigi jumped at the sound of the door. He wasn't expecting anyone, having a rare moment of solitude. He cautiously approached the door, peering through the peephole to see who it was. All he could make out was a shadowy figure standing outside in the hall. "Who is it?" he called out, trying to keep his voice steady. "It's me, Mario," came the muffled reply. Luigi breathed a sigh of relief and quickly unlocked the door. As soon as he had opened it, Mario burst in, looking frazzled and out of breath. He straightened out. "Pack a bag. We're heading to Kong Country." "Wait, what?" Mario adjusted his cap. Toadsworth just pulled me aside and said someone's been stealing food from the Kongs, he replied. The princess wants us to investigate and hopefully catch the thieves. Luigi raised an eyebrow. What happened from going in order by damage severity? He asked. How are we going to tell the army? Luigi didn't seem to listen and threw open his closet door. He yanked some clothes off their hanger and threw them onto the bed. Then, his brother grabbed a suitcase from underneath his bed and began putting clothes aside, not bothering to fold him. Luigi raised his hand. Mario, we need a plan, he explained. Mario faced him with a serious expression. Donkey Kong will give us more details once we get there. What about Bowser? Luigi explained.
Oh my god.
Trust me. He won't take too kindly to this. Look, Luigi, I know you're trying to keep the peace. I'm with you on that, but Bowser will just have to play along and go with the new plan. Plus, we have no way of contacting him. Luigi clenched his jaw. He knew Mario was right, but he couldn't shake the uneasy feeling that this would set Bowser off. And that's the polar opposite of everything they were trying to achieve. The king was making good progress, and Luigi didn't want to cause him grief. But judging by Mario's frantic state, he wasn't seeing that. Fine, I'll get packing. You should too, he said coldly. Mario, with his mind clearly elsewhere, nodded and bolted out the room. Luigi sighed and began to gather his things, trying to push down the feelings of dread that was creeping up on him. As he packed, he couldn't help but wonder if there was another way to approach this situation. But it seemed futile. As his brother said, there was no way of contacting Bowser in his airship. The man made a mental note to resolve that. If there was any way to avoid conflict, Luigi was sure to take it. As he finished packing, Luigi took a deep breath and steeled himself for what was to come. Things were about to get hectic, but there was a small bright side to this. It wouldn't wait so long to see Bowser again.
Of course you're counting down the days so you can see your husband.
I'm dying! Anyway, the howling winds were soothing for Bowser. As he stood on the deck of the airship, King closed his eyes and let out a deep sigh as he looked at the vast expanse of clouds before him. He could see for miles in every direction. It made him feel small, yet powerful at the same time. It reminded him of pleasant memories from his youth. The crew moved about behind him, keeping the supply secure and maintaining propeller engines, considering they didn't have cannons to maintain or control over the helm. Most were lounging about, enjoying the sun, playing cards. Bowser allowed the lounging since he hadn't been doing much. He also planned the reconstruction of Sarasaland's 4 kingdoms, so he had a lot of time to spare. Suddenly, he felt a tiny hand on his leg. Bowser looked down and saw his son sleepily rubbing his eye. He chuckled and ruffled his messy hair. Well, look who's up, he said. Junior yawned and snuggled closer to him. His father picked him up and set him on his arm. I know! Oh! That's so cute!
Oh my god, somebody sedate me!
For real. You okay, little man? He asked. Bowser imitated him, then nuzzled against him. He always gets sleepy on the air rides. Junior made a weak, growling noise in his throat. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You want to know why? You got it from me. I was also like that when I was little. Junior grunted and buried his face into his chest, probably going back to sleep. God damn it. Oh, that's so cute. Bowser snorted steam and headed to his private quarters. With everything so calm, he might as well catch up on some reading. He walked up some stairs and was about to open the door when suddenly the ship turned violently. Roaring in shock, Bowser grabbed hold of the wall, digging his claws into the wood, keeping an even firmer grip on Junior. The ship continued to rock back and forth, causing Bowser to stumble and nearly lose his balance. He could hear the sounds of objects crashing into the ground and the panicked screams of the crew members. Bowser knew that something was terribly wrong, but he couldn't quite figure out what it was. As he struggled to maintain his footing, Bowser looked down at Junior, who shrieked. Instinct took over and followed the surge of protectiveness towards his son. He threw open the door and practically crawled inside, ordering Junior to take cover underneath the desk. His son obliged, curling into a ball. The airship violently moved again, leading Bowser to fall. The king also opted not to stand up and also curled up. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the ship began to steady itself. Bowser cautiously unfurled and made his way towards the door of his private quarters, still unsure what caused the sudden turbulence. After telling Junior to stay put, he stepped outside and was met with a scene of utter devastation. The deck was littered with debris, and several crew members were thrown against the rail, just barely saving themselves from falling out the airship. Kamek materialized beside him, adjusting his glasses. Meanwhile, Ida 10 crash-landed behind him, their helmets slipping from their grasp. The king yelped, and the two rushed to their aid, but Ida 10 waved them off, and signed that they were fine. Bowser put a hand on his shoulder. "What the fuck happened?" he asked. His royal advisor crossed his arms. "It would appear the princess has changed course. We appear to be heading northeast, deviating from our course from Sarasa Land," he replied. "Without warning, she's gonna get somebody killed." Bowser's blood boiled with rage at the blatant disregard for their safety. Eyes glowing in alarming shade of red, he ordered everyone to go below decks in a full roll call. There better be a damn good explanation for this.
Ooh, Daddy Bowser's all mad. Ooh, you got him angry. I think this is what your sister's name in my phone is. Impending threat.
Impending threat, really?
Yeah, I think that's what she put it as. That's crazy.
That is so... That's so funny. That's so her.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep. There it is. Impending threat.
That's something, for sure.
Yeah, what was it? Fucking, You remember I made you fill out that Wattpad book club form just so I can, like, keep track of, like, who's available when?
Uh-huh.
And all that? I forgot on there, your sister also filled one out, and you said, like, because there was a section, like, how do I know you? And you said, from the war. And your sister put her own thing saying, I watched you fight with another soldier in the war.
That's so us.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad this is the last book I'm reading before 2024 ends. You gotta end up on a high note, alright? This was a high note. What other book am I gonna read that has Trans Luigi in it and Bowser? I'm just saying, I loved it. I need 15 more deep blonde bitches on my desk.
Don't worry, we got hella long and they're still updating.
Yeah. Wait, you serious? It's not ending yet?
Oh no.
Oh,
I think... Hold on. There is a chapter 50.5.
50?!
Yeah, and I think I left off on 35, 34.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We're never finishing the show.
Probably not, but I guess that's good.
Yeah, this is like our One Piece.
Oh my god, our One Piece.
And speaking of One Piece, I can't wait to spin the wheel to see what kind of men we're gonna be flirting with.
Ooh.
If it's Carter Grayson, I'll kill myself. Alright. Look at this thing.
I'm looking.
We have 8 options.
Crazy. We used to have so many.
Yeah. I swear to God. If it's Soul Sweet Gang Leader, I'm going to fucking cry. I'm not looking until it, like, I hear, like, the woo!
Okay.
Oh my god, thank god!
You called it,
My prediction!
For law.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
We were close. You know what? I would have chose it too if it went on my choice.
Either way, Law, you're in.
Been a while. I just knew we were on a boat, and then he saved us, and we do art.
Yeah, and we're what are we, an albino? Wait, I meant like someone that has like listen.
I know.
Listen. I thought okay. Like white hair, very pale skin, no pigmentation in the eyes. I thought they were called albinos. Am I right or am I stupid?
You're right, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Was I just like saying it the most stupidest way possible? Is that what you were like, whoa?
I just said, you normally when people say, like, I don't know how to word it. I genuinely don't know how to word it.
Are
but
you an
yeah,
albino?
it just sounded a bit harsh.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to remember, like, aren't they called albinos? My bad. We're albino.
You're good.
We're chilling on the submarine. Apparently we can fight, I think.
I think we have, like, sticks that we used to fight or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a knife?
No, we use our fingers and we, like, pressure the nervous system.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, we did that to Lon. I was like, sheesh.
Jeez.
I was like, sheesh. Weak, pleeble man.
Oh, God. Real.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, you know what? I'm okay with this.
You're okay with this?
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm good with ending 2024 on this note. Even though this is coming out in, like, end of February. So, it doesn't matter, but just let it be known how far advanced we record these in the future. Please like and subscribe.
Woo! Please do that.
Yay! Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jolene, for joining me on this one final time before we go stream. And then, fucking words.
Words. Have a wonderful new year.
Yeah,
and
wonderful.
Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed things.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, maybe, if this comes out.
It's gonna be after Valentine's Day.
Damn!
Make sure you had given your mother some chocolates. Don't forget that diamond ring. Guys proposing.
I don't know.
Hopefully she said yes. If not, sorry.
Whoop.
Anyway, there's a playlist on screen of all the other Wattpad book club readings I've done, including the last one that I did with someone. It's probably with Sage, but anyway.
Woo! Sage! Love that guy.
He's my favorite guy. We play Tizen real fast. But anyway, my name is Phoenix. That was Jolene, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Replace Tizen real fast. That's